What up, YouTube? Agent Persuasion here, and today I'm here with a deck profile for you guys. And I got second place at the Omaha, Nebraska Regionals. Obviously, I got the mat, the new Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, the purple deck box for top 4. You guys can see my stains right here. I was the last one defeated the last round, and then I lost to the X1. He got 4th, the Pendulum guy. Lost the die roll, unfortunate. So, should have been first place, but it's okay. It happens. Not mad. But I was playing a really awesome deck, because you know I'm a rogue warrior for you guys out there. And we're playing Cosmo. Yeah, 2019 Cosmo. Cosmo Artifacts Demise. So I'm playing like trap tricks and crazy stuff. I'm trying to kill my opponent with broken cards. So yeah, without further ado, before I get into my deck profile, I have to say my trip to Omaha was complete crap. First off, driving there, in the middle of driving there, we found out there was a snow advisory. We were driving through snow. 5-hour drive took like 7-8 hours. We got there just in time to register. Yeah, and then on the way back, which is why I'm recording this so late, it's like 7 in the morning. I'm dead. We lost power steering in our car. We got a flat tire. We changed the tire on the side of the road. We put the spare on, lowered it down, and the spare was flat too. And I'm like, not like this. So we had to crawl the car all the way to a gas station in the middle of Nebraska somewhere, air it up, and crawl home on a spare. So it's been a long day, but I'm really happy I got second place with Cosmo, one of my favorite decks. And I'm just going to get into the profile before I just faint on you guys, because I'm dead. I don't even know how I'm alive. But finished 8 rounds, went X1. I was undefeated 7-0 into the last round and lost to the guy I got paired down to, Pendulum guy. But I just lost the die roll, and it was just unfortunate because I got a wee-woo button to red reboot, so that happens. Alright, let's get into the profile. So that's all that matters. Just wanted to share my experience with my regionals trip to let you guys know that it was oh man, I can't even explain it. I'm tired. Just know if I say anything stupid in this profile, I'm just dead. And yeah. So first off, we got 3 Cosmo Dart Destroyer. This guy came off the ban list, and you guys know I'm like a super avid fan of this deck. This card is literally the best like card for this deck. Can be targeted as a big ship. And also when it's normal special summon, it pops a monster, and it can do your own monsters, which is just honestly insane. So this is the best Cosmo card in the deck. So yeah, since we're playing Cosmo Artifact Demise, like, this is the one you always want to have in your grave or hand. And yeah, this card's Big Daddy. You get Dart Destroyer, you're doing really good. So yeah, and remember that it has 3000 attack. That's very important for a trap card in this deck. You guys should already know what's coming. But let's see it. 1 Cosmo Dark Eclipser. He's just really good for the rogue matchups, trap decks. It negates traps. Not once per turn, just banishing Cosmo monsters from your grave to negate traps is really good. And he also cannot be targeted, but he doesn't float down into a ship. He searches a ship, so this can actually search Dark Destroyer, which is actually pretty crazy. Yeah, it doesn't float to the field though, but he's just really good. And also, once again, another 3000 attack, non-targetable creature. Yeah, unfair. Just 1 Cosmo Forerunner. I've honestly just wanted to cut it, but like, I've got to the point where it's actually just one of the best cards to float down into against Sky Striker if they actually out the Dart Destroyer. So it's kind of funny. Also can't be targeted. Gain 1000 during your life points during your standby phase, which is relevant in time because your deck sucks in time. So don't ever go to time. I didn't go to time once in the tournament, so this was amazing. Like I never had to worry about life points, because this deck, if you go to time, you're probably losing because you have to pay life points to activate your cards and stuff. But this can give you life points back, which people don't know about either. So 1000 life points is always good. This is where my deck gets a little weird. I really didn't want to do it, but I cut Slip Rider to 2 just because of like the Danger Thunder Dragon deck. This card just doesn't do anything versus them, but I still wanted this card in for my artifact engine, which pop my own artifacts on my opponent's turn. So yeah, Slip Rider just gets normal special summon. He pops a back row. You can do your own stuff, like Cosmo Town is really good interactions with your cards too. So Cosmo Town or your Call the Haunted to float down into something else. And he's really big. 23 thing, it baits Widow Anchor all the time. Next up, those are all the ships. Very low ship count, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just 8 big ships. For pilots, which are the tag out guys, that's just what I call them. 1 Cosmo Dark Lady. This card is literally just by itself beats that Danger Thunder Dragon deck that plays Cycles of Light, just because like this does not let your opponent go to Saryuja. Like whenever you just see the Saryuja play coming, I just like bring this out off of out of my hand if I got it added in my hand or search, or if I hard drew it, or I just revive it from the grave to negate any monster. Like this is just like one of those things. If you see a Saryuja play coming and there's in your grave, you just back to the front into the field, and they have to deal with it. Like their monsters aren't big enough to kill 18 defense, and plus they can tag out, and it's like, wow, yeah, this card's amazing against. Like I won a lot of games just like summoning this dude and just chilling on it. Really good. You only need 1 though. It's pretty bricky. You don't want to have too many monsters in a Cosmo Artifact Demise deck, so you gotta slim down on monsters. Just 1 Farm Girl. You just know Farm Girl attacking directly just feels great. Attack for 15, pay 5. Search any Cosmo card. So this searches Dark Destroyer. So you already know. But it can search Cosmo traps like Cosmojo or the Cosmo Town as well. So just know that this searches any Cosmo card. Once again, small pilot lineup. Just 1 Strawman. It's just one of those cards you can float down into that recur back Dark Destroyer. And recurring back Dark Destroyer is always a good thing. Even though it's negated, it's still a big body. And it helps just OTK your opponent. And one of the most important cards in the deck. It was also weird for me to... I was playing 3 before the tournament. But when I got there, like so late, if I couldn't find the Extravagance, which I did, fortunately. My friend hooked me up. Shout out to Dylan, before I forget. He hooked me up with the Extravagance to borrow for the event. I had 3 tin cans in there, but if I could get my hands on the 3rd Extravagance, I put that in instead. So what I did was I had 3 tin cans, but since I got the 3rd Extravagance, I changed it. So I wasn't mad though, because I actually just like saw it enough to where it was fine. So 2 tin cans, all you need. I'd rather have the spell starter cards like Extravagance to pop off, but we all know what Win Can does. End phase, pay 5. Search 3 Cosmo cards. You set up your graveyard, and you can also get like a Dark Destroyer to your hand, or a Cosmo Town, or whatever you need. Amazing card. That's all for the Cosmo monsters. That's it. That's everything right there. Artifact Engine. So we're playing the 2 Scythe, which are the win buttons versus almost every deck in the meta. And I did last minute also decide to play Moral Tap. I was playing 41, but I jumped up the deck to 42. I just figured once I play against the deck and then I scythe them, like that's all that happens. So like this card's just really just good at spot removal. This card doesn't target. A lot of people don't know that. You just go activate effect, and then after it resolves it pops a card. So this card's actually just quite amazing. Popped up a lot of good cards for me today, so it was really good. And this card's obviously just insane. Slip Ridery, popping your own artifacts are really good. Just FYI. And they're level 5s, they're huge. 22 and 21 helps you kill your opponent, even if you don't use their effects. So you just summon them to kill them, because you're trying to put pressure on your opponent. Alright, this is where it gets kind of expensive. I'm sorry for you budget players. We're playing 3 of this. So just know, I borrowed this 3rd Extravagance. I'm using a proxy. It's my desires, but I played 3 Pot of Extravagance. This card was literally the best card in the deck. Oh my gosh. Like, if you... Like, the best thing about this card is, like, when I go to games 2 and 3... Even game 1, but generally for games 2 and 3, I'm trying to see side cards, and this just digs for side cards, which is like my favorite thing about this card. And it's really just like what Cosmo needed. You never use the extra deck. You just need to draw 2 cards and get into your real cards and combo plays. So the drawback is, I mean, you can't draw for the rest of the turn, but you can special summon, you can search. It does conflict with the next card, which is card Demise. But you just gotta know that you need to want to see one of these. So having this means you have a better options of drawing one of these first turn. So we all know what card Demise does. Yeah, that card says draw 3 cards, and this was actually just the most insane card. It's not fair at all. You like lose all your resources, and then weird that's on top of your deck. You just draw 3 and you come back. But yeah, Extravagance and card Demise must-haves in this deck. You're playing a stun deck. You're trying to win with card advantage and grinding and win buttons. And you'll see all my win buttons soon. Pot cards, 2 duality. Thunder Dragon's a deck. Play 2. it does get Thunder. Man, you don't want to have this card against Thunder Dragon, but Extravagance is great against Thunder Dragons. You can just draw 2. But this card's really good. Pretty good. Searches all your trap cards. Cosmo Town. We all know what this card does. Mulligan your Cosmo monsters. This does conflict with Extravagance as well. But then again, you just want to see cards that can unbreak your hand. If you draw all ships, this unbreaks your hand. It's great. And it searches any Cosmo card when it's popped. So, good synergy. This card's amazing. Always play 3. The 1 Italy. That's another tin can anyway, so you just think of this as the 3rd tin can. Or it can be Farm Girl, Attack for Game. We all know what Italy does. That card's insane. Alright, so that's all the spells. Now we're going to get to the trap lineup. The most important card of the deck. Trap Trick. And this is the most important card in the deck because this turns into all my win buttons. And the win buttons are, for Trap Trick, you banish a normal trap to set a normal trap, and you can't use a trap card. You can use one more trap card that turn, but that's the only trap card you can use for the rest of the turn. So you can use all your traps first, and then this can be your last trap to get one more trap, and then the last trap will be your last trap. So like you actually just interrupt them with all your cards still, which is really just crazy. So Trap Trick's targets in my deck. Win button number 1. Artifact Sanctum. Scythe, Mortalk. That's all that needs to be explained by this card. This card literally just summons your win buttons. Every deck touches the extra deck. You not really have to worry about anything. So that's the first win button. Second win button. Oh, you guys already know I'm playing this card. But wait, it's not at 1, right? We're playing 3 Eradicator Epidemic Virus. This card is insane. It goes almost everything. There's not like a rogue random deck, a meta deck that can just like play. You can't play around this. You just get bodied by it. You have 4 targets. You have Dark Destroyer, like attack points. I said you have 4 targets for Dark the Eradicator. Like that's insane. Tin Can searches them. You can hard draw them. They can send to the grave. You can bring them back, which is crazy. Which is another win button. The thing that searches win. If you already have one of these buttons, you can get this button. This is basically a Call the Haunted. So this Call the Haunted just summons in defense mode. It doesn't attach to it, but this is better over Call the Haunted because you can trap trick because it's a normal trap. Just remember that. That's why we're not playing like triple Call the Haunted like in basic builds before, because this is searchable now off of trap trick. So the last 2 cards that are on the trap trick usability is the 2 Cosmojo. I love the 3 before, but like 3 just kind of got cloggy because you would use 1 Cosmojo per turn. I missed the 3rd Cosmojo probably once or twice in the day, but 2 got the job done. This is spot removal, banish anything. It doesn't target. The best part about it. And the last card in my main deck to make it 42 was the 4th revival card, which was 1 call. I did like the 1 call. It was very good. I wanted 1 more card to revive from the grave, which is obviously for your big guys to summon and Eradicator them. So this is the main deck. 42 cards. Best card. Oh my gosh. You flipping Eradicator like literally made me look at my opponent's field, their hand. I'm like, this is just unfair. So there's 42 in the main. Let's stick it over here. We're gonna go to the Pot of Extravagance cards. Alright, the Pot of Extravagance cards, you don't touch this extra deck rarely. If you do, it just happen to pop up. But yeah, you're playing the 1 Nova, 1 Infinity. It happens. It's really rare though, but like it still happens. It never popped up for me at the regionals, but it's there. This popped up. I actually made that once to lock down a game. Durandal, I had a Mortal Talk in my back row, so I'm like, whatever he does, I just turn into pop my Mortal Talk. Really good card. I actually made this once too. Shout out to AJ for not playing Constellars in 2019. I made this more than him in 2019 so far. Amazing card. Volcasaurus, Gaia, so you can Gaia over all these 2, so really good. Piercing, and then we can do damage in main phase 1, so we can steal games. Links, we got Link Reba for what is it? Tin Can, Win Can. Underclock Taker for OTKs. Cleave4 Genius, this is actually just really good. It has like a negate effect. It never popped up, but in testing it, it's actually really good. Nightmare Package. We're playing all 4 Nightmares that do stuff for me. Amazing card. Trisbania for more damage in my main phase. And the one other card is Borload, and that never popped up. I literally didn't make anything. I made Griffin once to set a trap, so that was cool, but I was already winning that game. It was just to be flashy, so you didn't actually need it. These are just part of Extravagance cards. You're trying to draw 2 cards, so you're banishing all these. It's weird that you shuffle your extra deck now. You're just like tell your opponent to banish 6 random ones, so it's pretty funny. Now that I use it for draw 2 cards. For the side deck, 1 Lancia. All the combo decks lose with this, and it has synergy with your deck because of Artifact Sanctum. Amazing. We got the second Cosmo Dark Eclipser. This is just another target against trap decks. It's really good. And I sided against more decks that I need to Eradicator. More Eradicator targets. Just adds another one that I can hard draw. And he's just not bad at all. For combo decks, I don't usually always have a normal summon, so Winged Dragon or Raw Sphere Mode is really good. Never drew it, so it didn't pop up, but it just clears boards that you can't break. Double Twin Twister for random dot decks. It's actually good. I sided it against almost everything because popping my sites is really good. If they red reboot me, I can still play the game. Unfortunately, red reboot is your bane of your existence. Denko is as well. You lose a Denko and red reboot, but one of my counters for both of those is Solemn Judgment. And it's gonna look really weird part of my deck, but this is my last minute addition to the decks. Another Denko out. This is one that I have one more out against that card because it's just amazing. And 1 Solemn Strike. So I just played like 1 of each Solemn, like 1 that did stuff. So these were all just like very good. I sided this in every game 2 and 3 versus any deck that summons Denko. So I made sure I had a real play versus them because if they summon Denko, it's usually just game. Or I had the Shotgun Scythe, or yeah, Scythe out with the Sanctum. This card, really good. This is one of the cards I side in on a lot against the decks that summon Denko as well. So I can shotgun this and not have to like shotgun Sanctum right away and hope that they don't have Denko, Twin Twister, and Red Reboot. If they have all 3 of those, I deserve to lose. Can't win. Really good card. So we're playing 3 of that. And the last trap card is Triple Infinity Permanence. This card negates monsters, negates the columns. It's really good. Yeah, I actually kind of wish I mained this, but I didn't. But it was a really good card. I loved it in the side too. It did what it needed to do. Alright, so that's my Cosmo Artifact Demise deck that I played and got 2nd place. I went 7-1. Shoutouts I got shoutouts to my team Golden Goats. You know, we used to be Dink Deals, but now we're Golden Goats. Shout out to +1 Gaming. Yeah, shout out to all my peeps that rode down with me and suffered in our car ride together. James, Ernest, Zach, we all died. And yeah, all the Omaha squad down there, y'all were all cool. The event was run very smoothly. Shout out to Richard. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Signing out. Peace.